This is a quiz that tests your knowledge and understanding of murder. The first two questions will test your knowledge and understanding of the rules of murder. Question number 3 will test your ability to apply those rules to a fact pattern. So this question is extremely important. Let's get started. Question number 1. What is the criminal act requirement for murder? You can either write the answer down or simply think of it in your head. Answer. The criminal act requirement for murder is killing another human being, or in some jurisdictions, killing a fetus is also murder. California is one of those jurisdictions. Okay, question 2. What is the criminal intent requirement for murder? Answer. The criminal intent requirement for murder is either malice aforethought or intent to kill. Now, malice aforethought and intent to kill are simply two names for the same kind of criminal intent. And malice aforethought and intent to kill are present in 3 situations. Either the defendant wants the victim to die, or the defendant wants the victim to experience serious bodily injury, or the defendant is indifferent as to whether the victim lives or dies. We call this a depraved heart criminal intent. All right, now let's take those rules that we just learned in questions 1 and 2 and apply them to this fact pattern. Christopher's boss calls him into the office and tells Christopher he is fired. Enraged, Christopher grabs a heavy glass paperweight off the desktop and smashes his boss in the head with it, killing him instantly. Did Christopher murder his boss? Well, let's start with what we learned in question 1. Remember, the criminal act requirement for murder is killing another human being or fetus. Did Christopher kill another human being? Yes, he killed his boss. So we know from this fact pattern that the criminal act requirement for murder is present. Now, did Christopher have the criminal intent required for murder? Well, we learned in question 2 that the criminal intent required for murder is malice aforethought or intent to kill, which are the same thing. So let's look at how Christopher acted. He hit his boss in the head one time with a heavy glass paperweight, killing him instantly. Now, this may not indicate that he wanted his boss to die. Now, if he'd shot his boss in the head or shot his boss in the heart, this would certainly indicate that he wanted his boss to die. But for some, simply hitting someone in the head with a heavy object may not indicate this desire. However, when you hit someone in the head with a heavy object so hard that they die instantly, it does demonstrate intent to cause serious bodily injury at the very least, and it also demonstrates indifference as to whether that victim lives or dies. So, Christopher committed the criminal act for murder, which is killing another human being, and he did so with the intent to cause serious bodily injury or an extreme disregard for whether his victim lived or died. So, Christopher did murder his boss. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions about this quiz. You can email me, private message me, or you could post a question on the Frequently Asked Questions discussion board page. Bye-bye.